Hello, people. And may we have a moment of silence for all the celebrities who are suffering during this very difficult time, as I clean my keyboard while I'm talking to you. Hey, you know, some of these people just crave attention. And it's just how it goes. I don't know what else to say about it other than these people are lunatics. Johnny, play the intro. Hey, this is PDawg Night, and thank you for watching today. Start over, there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live from the Lucky Dog studio in a hidden location somewhere in the upper Midwest of the United States of America, it's a brother making his own way, but with all the wrong opinions. Welcome to the Morning Night Live with your host, yours truly, PDawg Night. Stop the music. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Morning Night Live with your host, yours truly, me, Marty, also known on the internet as PDawg Night. Welcome and happy Friday. Although some of you, Friday's just another day right now. If you're in a state where they're telling you to stay home, although maybe you've been staying home anyway. I don't know, but so, yeah, it's March 27th, 2020, Friday. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. And hit that share, hit that like. Now, I haven't even tweeted this out today. I probably should have. Maybe I'll work on that while we're talking here, while I'm just blathering away. You know, some of these celebrities have lost, well, not necessarily lost their mind, but, you know, celebrities need attention, and so they continue doing things like telling us what they're doing on the internets, and it's kind of funny to see that they're really not necessarily all that entertaining. Let me just do this real quick. Yeah, someone told me that I was better at this morning, but today I'm not because I forgot to tweet out the show. And so I'm looking at this, the saga of one Kathy Griffin. Now, I know, calling Kathy Griffin a celebrity is, what's the good word for it? Quite generous. But she is well known. She's a tier 4D minus celebrity. And but she's, you know what, she's notorious, okay? Celebrity, notorious, absolutely. And I don't mean like notorious like Duran. No, notorious. No, not that kind of notorious. She's just notorious for being an asshat. Okay? She, you know, and I gotta admit though, when Kathy Griffin and I were both younger, she was a fairly funny comedian. I mean, she was not completely terrible. She was an up and coming comedian, did really well on the comedian circuit, had a couple TV specials. You know, she was fairly funny at one point in her life. But now she's one bitter pill, and you know, she lives for her derangement syndrome, aka TDS, Trump derangement syndrome. And so Kathy Griffin has made sure to let us know that she was hospitalized. And she was in the hospital the other day in very, very deep pain. And for just a fleeting moment, Sorry, I just saw something hilarious. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm doing this on the kind of on this is seat of the pants day, by the way. I really don't have here we go. Replying to Kathy Griffin. Here's Kathy Griffin. Yesterday. Is it yesterday? No, it was a couple days ago. Most of you already heard the story, but I just love it. Kathy Griffin says, is responding to Donald Trump. And here's the tweet. Donald Trump said, here's Donald Trump's tweet. Just reported that the United States has done far more testing than any other nation by far. In fact, over an 8-day span, the United States now does more testing than what South Korea, which has been a very successful tester, does in over an 8-week span. Great job. Because in the last 8 days, the United States has done 400,000 tests for coronavirus. Now, 90% of those tests came up negative, which is fine, which is, I mean, in South Korea, that 97% of the tests came up negative. But whatever, of course, we're going to do a lot of testing. We have a lot more people. We have, and now that we have the tests going, we're going pretty good. That's averaging 50,000 a day, and they'd probably even ramp that up even more. So Kathy Griffin decides to tweet back to the President of the United States, or at least quote tweet him, because, he's lying. I was sent to the COVID-19 isolation ward room in a major emergency room from a separate urgent care facility after showing unbearably painful symptoms. The hospital couldn't test me for coronavirus because of CDC, Center for Disease Control. Oh, CDC, Pence Task Force restrictions. Hashtag test. Interesting. So she tweets out this picture. This is her COVID, what'd she call it? She called it her COVID-19 isolation ward in a major hospital. She tweets out some pictures. A picture from which I don't know if she took this picture directly from her crotch. Interesting. She says she was checked in, but wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. I was sent to the COVID-19 isolation ward room in a major hospital ER from a separate urgent care facility showing unbearably painful symptoms. Well, wait a minute. I just noticed in this picture. Basically, she's taking this picture almost directly from her crotch, which I don't want to think about any more than I just did. Okay, but look what she's wearing. Wait a minute. She's wearing some kind of like cargo pants or some kind. When have you ever seen someone been put into a hospital bed wearing pants like that? I just noticed this. And then this is the other picture. Oh, poor Kathy, looking disheveled and has a mask on. And wait a minute. What the fuck's this right here? See that? Do you know what that is? That's the oxygen hookup. Not connected to anything. Also, I noticed something else about this picture, too. Oh, you don't see the whole picture. Hang on. Let me show you the rest of this picture. Look right here. See, she's got this mask on. Do you see that? They could be scrubs. Oh, no. All right. Someone said they could be scrubs. Scrubs I look. My wife's in a medical professional. There are no scrubs that have pinstripes, and these are not scrubs. These are they're stitched like denim. Scrubs are not stitched that way. They could be scrubs. Maybe they could be. I've never seen pinstripe scrubs though. Anyway, but look at this picture again over here, and just take a close look at this mask. Do you know what that is? Now, there's, of course, they say there's a shortage of masks around the country and whatnot. But this is not, that mask she's wearing is not a mask that you would get from a hospital. It's not it's not an N95 mask designed for whatever, for hospital use or patient use or whatever. That mask she is wearing is a paper respirator that you would get if you were sanding drywall. You get that at Home Depot. Oh my, as if no one's gonna notice. Do you wonder, look, if she's so deathly ill and in the hospital for searing pain, and she's gonna take a selfie, why would you take a selfie with not the rest of your face? Now, granted, I can understand no one wanting to see her face. but why? So she can show the hospital equipment? It is a dust mask. It's a dust mask for when you're doing like construction in a dusty place. It's a paper dust mask. And I recognized it immediately because I used to help my brother-in-law. My brother-in-law owns a drywall company. I used to help him out every once in a while sanding drywall. And I'd wear a paper mask because he has, professional respirators because he does it all the time. But I didn't need a professional respirator. So I just bought paper masks and they work just fine for drywall or working at a dusty construction site. Ain't no hospital in the country going to give you that piece of paper mask. But wait, there's more. So now this is interesting because this someone named Ryan said because she said she's in an isolation room. An isolation room won't have an isolation room won't have a massive fucking gap under the door. Also, you're clearly not on oxygen. The connection is directly behind you, and there's nothing attached to it. Which is why you're only showing the top of the mask. Stop lying and trying to push a narrative. Well, I agree with whoever this Ryan is. But wait. There's more. Now, this is something we were both nervous because we were still in incubation period after returning from a trip to Mexico. But also, we had not left the house in days, Griffin told the publication, confirming that she had also been self-quarantining as a coronavirus precaution. We've been hearing about the 14-day incubation period for the coronavirus. So for me to get what felt like food poisoning after 6 days, I thought, oh, is this a coincidence or what? Okay, look, my wife, who's in a medical profession, who used to work at a clinic, a lot of people would say, it's not uncommon for women to come into clinics for abdominal pain. There's a lot of things that happen with women that I don't go in there for that. But, so she, apparently, she was released. Here's the update. Now she was furious that the hospital wouldn't test her for coronavirus. See, the problem is there's a protocol for getting tested for coronavirus. I mean, you have to have the symptoms. Doesn't sound like she was complaining of a fever. She was talking about stomach cramps. Well, now update. Now look, Gateway Pundit. Jim Hoft is, he's a bit of a sensationalist, but let's see. Where's this update here? Oh, she kept tweeting too. Oh, what is this now? Okay, so anyway, The hospital is following CDC guidelines, which is why they didn't test Kathy Griffin, but she's bashing Trump anyway. Griffin has an abdominal infection that is being treated with medication, though she won't know whether she's turned the corner for a couple of days, she told the Time in a phone interview Wednesday afternoon. She's back home and she's not going out anytime soon. I remember vividly the doctor telling me, I'm going to send you to Cedars ER today because I don't think I could get you in 13 days from now, Griffin said. She was freaked out. She had an abdominal infection, as in Montezuma's Revenge. She had the shits and cramps from it. Despite going to the ER with a slew of symptoms, she said she still has no idea whether she's positive or negative for the novel coronavirus. Only time on testing will tell. You dumbass. I just don't have an answer. I don't know, she said. Someone at Cedars said to me, we cannot give you this test because of the CDC guidelines. I'm suggesting that the guidelines are still too strict because they don't have enough tests. No, what? They just don't want to waste any more tests. They have to. You dumbass. Now I know it's Friday, but FTG Kathy Griffin. Here's Ian Miles Chong tweeted about this. This is her original tweet. This is her story in 4 parts. I remember vividly the doctor telling me, I'm going to send you to Cedars ER today because I didn't think I could get you in 13 days from now, Griffin said. She was freaked out. Hospitals in Los Angeles County, Cedars-Sinai has 886 beds, and they're not. The interesting thing is right now they're not running out of beds in a lot of these hospitals yet. They very well could. Here's the kicker. Los Angeles County health officials advised doctors to give up on testing patients in the hopes of containing the coronavirus outbreak, instructing them to test patients only if a positive result could change how they would be treated. The guidance sent by the Los Angeles County Department of Health made the recommendation to doctors on Thursday. It was prompted by a crush of patients, a shortage of tests, and could make it difficult to ever know precisely how many people in LA County contracted the virus. Well, whatever. Thanks, Kathy Griffin. Celebrities that need attention, and they're everywhere. I was gonna just give you a whole slew of celebrities that were showing their needs for attention, but I'm only gonna do a couple a day. But first, you know what I need to do? I gotta say good morning. Hello, everybody. Welcome again. Real quick, good morning. We'll just say hi to the chat. Good morning, Zombie Teddy, who actually got a notification, and because he got a notification, gets the bell for being first. Yay! And good morning, Attack Alpaca, Gunfox 61, Texas Red, Dumb Beard, Jedi Ghost Bear, who's trying to get me into trouble on the internet. Green Thunder Demini, Richo, my friend from down under. Good morning, Zero the Hero, Texas. Oh, I said Texas Red. Mike Savage, Blarg. Good morning, Cynical Lindsay, Jay Wolf. There's more people. D.I. Freighter. Hey, D.I. Freighter Watcher. How you doing? Let's see. Advocatus Dabbly, the Devil's Advocate. Mike, I already said Mike Savage. Green Badger Outdoors. Maniac Man. Jaeger Pony. What's up? Giddy up. I already said Jay Wolf. Good morning to the gayest person on YouTube. Hello. And, whoa, there's a whole bunch here, or at least a lot of activity. Good morning, Quinn the Cultist. Nice to see you. Nice to see you around. All you need. Hey, it's nice to see you back again. Good morning to the Dead Kaiser, Tyler F., Grillin' Pirate Pete, and I believe that would be just about everybody who's in the chat. And also, if you're lurking, good morning to you too. I am so happy that you're here. We got 30 people here today. That's good. While you're thinking about it, or I'll remind you later anyway, if you like what we do on the Morning Night Live, please hit the like button. That's right down there. The thumbs up or the thumbs down for Duck Dog. And if you would be so kind, share the stream out. Looks like a few people have done that already. Let me check the notifications here. Thank you, Necrosaw Collins, who did his own little tweet out. I'll even retweet that one. Thank you, sir. Thank you, David Schoen, a.k.a. Jedi Ghost Bear. Oh, yep, for putting that out. Oh, Okay, you're just trying to get me in trouble. I don't know why you got. Okay, maybe G. Scott will show up. I doubt it, but we'll see what happens. And let's see. Oh boy, yeah, you're trying to get me in trouble. Oh, I see. I see what this is. So yeah, Jedi Ghost Bear. Okay, I've been fighting with a lot of people on Twitter the last few days because, and here's a typical tweet that I see. Donald Trump has a tweet. Okay, here it is. I'll even put it up here. Donald Trump tweets something out. This is just an example. I'm seeing this everywhere. All kinds of people saying this. Just finished a very good conversation with President Xi of China. Discussed in great detail the coronavirus that is ravaging large parts of our planet. China has been through much and has developed a strong relationship or understanding of the virus. We're working very closely together. Much respect. Well, first of all, okay, President Trump, I know you're being a nice guy, diplomatic with the people that you don't get along with, and that's kind of your style. Remember, I always talk about how Donald Trump's really nice to the people he doesn't like, and he's kind of nasty to the people he likes, and so you can figure, or well, unless he's nasty to people, he's really nasty to people who try to take a dump on him. But anyway, so this gentleman named G. Scott, who has a radio show somewhere, let's see, G. Scott hosted the G and Ursula show on 97.3 KIROFM. Wherever that is, I'm not, doesn't really matter that much to me. But he says, the problem is you didn't talk enough when they experienced their outbreak months ago. Months. Okay. Well, if 2 months is your metric when you say months ago, then yeah, sure, that would be appropriate, right? Oh, he's a local radio guy in Seattle. So if you're meeting, because a lot of people are saying you should have known 3 months ago, or you should have known in December. You should have been preparing for this in December. You should have known 3 months ago. And he continues, you had time to act, but instead you told everyone that it was under control here. That's not opinion, that's a fact. Everyone has receipts. Well, G. Scott, you may want to check the dates on all your receipts. And it may tell you that months is a pretty interesting term to use when regarding this, because, as I say, over and over and over on the internet, 3 months ago would be January 27th. Okay. Excuse me. Excuse me. I got that wrong. 3 months ago would be December 27th. 3 months ago today, December 27th. Is that right? Yeah, January 27th, February 20th, March 20th. That's only 2 months. 3 months ago today would be December 27th. The virus was first discovered or noticed in China, or at least it got out the idea this was happening in China December 16th. China hid it for roughly 2 weeks. Finally, on December 31st, China notified the World Health Organization less than 3 months ago. Now, the United States, we were going through, what were they doing? They were trying to do something. Impeachment. Remember that? That was all of January. We were all bogged down with impeachment while this was going on in China. So on December 31st, China notified the World Health Organization. And so the world first heard about it on December 31st. Then, Mr. Scott, on January, was it 13th, 14th, something like that. I don't have it. I know. Let's see. Oh, yeah, it was January 14th. The World Health Organization, as this was starting to spread in the Wuhan province of China, the World Health Organization let us know that yes, this virus seems to be spreading in Wuhan, China, and it has actually shown up in a couple other countries. But, and it's as good as a quote as I can come up with off the top of my head. There's no evidence of human-to-human transmission. Then, on January 23rd, in the New York Times, they reiterated the fact that this virus is spreading, but there's no evidence of human-to-human transmission. The very next day, the President of the United States said, well, let's look at, you know what, let's be accurate here. Let's look for the exact quote. Hold on a second. Let's go for the exact quote. I need a producer. What is that quote that they keep saying? Something about the being it under control, something like that. Oh, right. Here's the one. Here's the New York Times article. Receipts. Remember this? Here's the New York Times article. January 23rd, updated January 25th. This is the article in the New York Times. The World Health Organization on Thursday decided not to declare the Wuhan coronavirus, oh my God, that's racist, outbreak a global emergency. January 23rd. Wow, we've had months. Thank you, Shy God, for becoming a new subscriber, by the way. I'm glad you're here. Despite the spread of the dangerous respiratory infection from China to at least 5 other countries. Although the disease has reached beyond China, the number of cases in other countries is still relatively small, and the disease does not seem to be spreading within those countries. Agency officials said of more than 800 cases now reported, the wide majority and all the 25 deaths have been in China, according to Chinese officials. At this time, there is no evidence of human-to-human transmission outside China. Dr. Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus, the WHO's general director, said at a news conference in Geneva. That doesn't mean it won't happen, but at the time, no evidence of human-to-human transmission. What was the date? Well, it was updated on January 25th, 2020. Now, the president said this on January 24th. This article came out the 23rd. So on January 24th, when we only had 3 cases we thought we isolated in the United States, Donald Trump tweeted this. The coronavirus is very much in control in the USA. We are in contact with everyone at all relevant countries. CDC and World Health have been working hard and very smart. And then he said, stock market is looking very good to me, which, you know, things to come later that week. So check the G, whatever your name is, G, whoever you are, DJ in Seattle, check your receipts dates before you make claims of months to prepare. Now, a week later, as we know, World Health Organization finally decided to call it a health emergency, but they weren't ready to call it a pandemic yet. Just a World Health emergency because that region was getting kind of bad. Saw some cases in Italy. We were starting to see cases in other parts of the world. In fact, let's look at the time. I have a timeline here. Let's go. Do I have that open still? Let's see. Well, let's just find it. Let's see. Coronavirus timeline. So this is the timeline up until that point in our history. Let's see. I've looked at it a couple times. Let's see. Timeline of the. Oh, they moved it. They changed this. Moved around a little bit. Hang on a second here. I thought I had it up. Again, I'm going by the seat of my pants today. Oh, do we need some music, by the way? Yeah, we need some tunes. Hang on, let's fix the music situation because it's what's today? It's Funky Friday. Let's throw a little funk at you today. All right, first let's start. We'll just start here. That sounds good. And I just got to turn this volume down because this goes really loud. All right. All right, we're going to try this. We're going to see if you make sure you can hear yourself think. But we got to have some music on Funky Friday, right? All right, that volume looks pretty good. I think we'll get through the day now. So, yeah, anyway, I'm not even going to go through this timeline nonsense. You all, if you've been here at the Morning Night Live, you know what time it is. Oh, you know. Anyway, so FTG Kathy Griffin. Let's get into some headlines because I'm gonna try to mix it up today. I don't want to talk only about coronavirus today. It's hard not to because it's pretty much the only thing going on in the world. But there are a couple other things that, even though they're related, make you go, Now, one headline that grabbed my eye in particular, that kind of is getting under my craw a little bit, is this one. Now, again, it's Breitbart. Some people don't like Breitbart. I don't care. I'm going to show you the article because it also showed up in Business Insider, which is kind of a left-wing business publication, if that's not an oxymoron. But this one right here kind of pissed me off. SEIU Healthcare Union suddenly finds 39 million N95 masks. I wonder if those came from the same place that the Treasury is going to get all this money for this stimulus. Because you know where that's from, right? Can you smell it? Out of thin air. The Service Employees International Union said it has located 39 million N95 masks and will be facilitating the sale of them to healthcare providers. It's a Christmas miracle, ladies and gentlemen. This service... Now, this is interesting. So here's what they said. The union launched, and now look at this. How do you find... Look, let me put this in perspective. 39 million masks is more than the United States government emergency stockpile of masks. The Service Employees International Union Apparently, the union launched an exhaustive search for masks and other personal protective equipment, PPE, 5 days ago. Wait, 5 days ago? In response to pleas from frontline healthcare workers that they need more protection and feel unsafe on the job as they treat the growing number of COVID-19 patients. SEIU UHW has 97,000 members who work in hospitals across California. Within 48 hours of painstakingly calling leads and potential suppliers, the union discovered a distributor who had the 39 million masks, and since has found another supplier who says his company can produce 20 million more masks a week. The union has also found a supplier who can deliver millions of face shields. Really? The union said it will be selling the masks to states, counties, and hospitals for $5 a piece, and claims it has no financial interest in the transactions. Similar N95 masks are available on the Home Depot website for $23.97 a box for a box of 20, or about $1.20 a piece. Is the SEIU profiteering from a global pandemic emergency? I would like to see what Congress says about this, or the state legislatures of California and New York. Now listen to this. The unidentified supplier said it has already sold some of the masks to the state of California, the Greater New York Hospital Association, Dignity Health, Kaiser Permanente, Stanford Healthcare, Sutter Health, Los Angeles, Riverside, and Santa Clara counties, according to KNTV. AM New York reported New York Presbyterian Hospital is burning through 40,000 N95 masks per day. Now, let's go into the business. I know this is in Business Insider. I got to find this real quick. Here, let's go. Business Insider, SEIU masks. Let's see if that gets what I'm looking for here. Here it is. Union finds a massive stockpile. Now this is fantastic. Union find a massive stockpile of 39 million N95 masks is being sold to American hospitals and local governments, about 27 million more than U.S. emergency stockpile. Fascinating. Those are not N95 masks. Oh my God. Again. This is labor working on a PFF2 respirator mask at a plant in Brazil on March 3rd. Why did they use this picture? These are not N95 masks. God. And now it's interesting because Business Insider, being somewhat of slanted to the left of the world, it's funny how they start this out. A union representing healthcare workers said Thursday that it had located 39 million N95 masks and was connecting their supplier to hospitals and state and local governments. Now, can somebody explain to me? Somebody explain to me how it is that somebody out there had a stockpile of 39 million masks, apparently, and during this crisis, over the last, let's say, just say in 2 weeks, what has been in the news for the last 2 weeks? Oh yeah, coronavirus, and the need for N95 masks and PPEs. And somehow this supplier just happened to have just a stockpile of 39 million masks, apparently, now it's funny because this story really doesn't tell you that this stockpile of masks belongs to that union. A union representing health. What's funny is they're not even naming the union here right off the bat. It's because you're that way. They don't want you to know who it is. Almost they bury it down here a little farther because most people are going to only read the highlights of this article. A union representing healthcare workers on Thursday said it had located 39 million N95 masks and was connecting their supplier to healthcare facilities and state and local governments to protect those treating coronavirus patients. The masks will be distributed in California and New York, according to a copy of the Service Employees International Union United Healthcare Workers West statement posted by the labor reporter Noam Schreiber, whatever his name, Noam Schreiber. Wow, this seems like big news from the folks in big labor. The stockpile of masks is far greater than the roughly 12 million N95 masks in the U.S. government stockpile as of earlier this month. The masks will cost $5 each. Profiteering. They held them back, and now they're profiteering. According to the union statement posted by the NPR's investigative reporter Tim Mock. In the statement, the union said it had no financial interest in the transactions. Maybe it's just the supplier, but why would the supplier have already sold these? Why is there there's a local station in LA where they found these. Now, okay, here's parts of the press release where the SEIU lays out that they'll be selling the masks they've located for $5 each. So they've already lined up sales too. Hang on here. Take just a second. SEIU UHW is working with states, counties, and hospitals to determine realistically the quantities they need and then connecting their procurement officers directly to the supplier to arrange the purchase. The masks are $5 each, and the union has no financial interest in the transaction. That doesn't make sense. If it's their stockpile and they're selling... This article is very confusing whether or not the union's selling them or the supplier is selling them. But either way, profiteering off the masks, somebody is. The union has no financial interest in the transactions. The masks are being distributed to unionized and non-unionized affiliates alike. Why didn't the supplier just step up and say, hey, I got a shit ton of masks to sell? So far, the following entities are purchasing the N95 mask from the 39 million SEIU UHW located. Okay, so they located them or they own them? I don't get it. How is it that do the people who make these masks they're either morons and don't pay attention to what's happening in the world, although it's already said that they've been upping their supply. I don't know what. This is what makes my head hurt. Anyway, they're selling them those states. You can see it on the screen there if you're watching the screen. It doesn't matter. I am dumbfounded. By that article. How it is that there is a company out there that didn't know that the nation is searching for these masks, and they're sitting on a stockpile of 39 million. Are you kidding me? Unbelievable. All right, I'm going to move on. Before I do, a couple more thank yous. Good morning. Thank you, Trucking Bear. Thank you, RVA. Thank you, Pirate Pete. Thank you, Becca Farley, who also have put the show out on the Twitters today. Again, you can either go on Twitter. You can follow me right down there at PDawg Night on Twitter, Minds, or Gab, or you can hit the arrow down below, the share arrow, and a couple more clicks, and you put on whatever social media you want. Thank you, everybody, for doing that kind of stuff. So there you go. Moving on. We've got more headlines. Here, let's close a couple windows here just to make sure everything still works. So another thing here. So Ken Delanian is what does Ken Delanian do? He's from NBC News, and it's weird how suddenly there's all this. I call it propaganda. I'll just call it propaganda. This is an article in the on Ace of Spades blog. Who've been kind of looking at stuff. Fusion Ken Delanian has a fever, and the only prescription is more propaganda on behalf of China. Does Fusion GPS have a new client? Remember, Fusion GPS has previously worked for the Russian and Venezuelan governments, seeding those hostile regimes' propaganda to the U.S. press, planting foreign countries' propaganda through friendly journalists, and some of whom Fusion has admitted to directly paying for research purposes. So, is Fusion GPS now working for communist China and using, as usual, Ken Delanian as a paid mouthpiece to plant their clients' propaganda to the American press? Impossible to say with so little information available. That said, the answer is yes, obviously. Remember a few weeks ago when the New York Times claimed that China donated medical equipment to Italy, a country which they infected with the plague, only to admit in a paragraph 28 that China did not donate the equipment, but they sold it. Here's New York Times story lauding China's humanitarian efforts to combat the pandemic that it started may have well been written by the Communist Party. It only admits that China is actually selling medical equipment to Italy in paragraph 28 right here. So yeah, the original article said this. Let me show you this real quick. Coronavirus cases dwindling. Yeah, I don't believe that at all, by the way. China turns focus outward. Beijing is mounting a humanitarian aid blitz in other countries struggling with their own outbreaks. In doing so, it's stepping up into a role that the West once dominated. Holy shit. But there's a little problem. Okay, here's the beginning of this article. China's leader Xi Jinping pledged to send more medical experts to Italy this week. On the same day, Beijing sent 2,000 rapid diagnostic tests to the Philippines. Oh, a whole 2,000? Serbia's president pleaded for assistance not from the country's neighbors in Europe, which restricted the export of needed medical equipment, but from China. European solidarity does not exist, the Serbian leader Alexander Vučić said when he announced a state of emergency in televised remarks. That was a fairy tale on paper. I believe my brother and friend Xi Jinping, and I believe in Chinese help. In doing so, it has stepped into a role that the West once dominated in times of natural disaster or public health emergency, and that President Trump has increasingly ceded his America First retreat from international engagement. Sorry, I didn't realize it was so fucked up on the screen there. But finally, here's all those were the shot, but here's the chaser. China's critics dismissed the assistance as hollow gestures, even cynical ones. Many in Italy, for example, angrily pointed out that China was selling masks and respirators and other medical equipment, not donating them, and claimed that some of the materials were meant for Chinese citizens in the country. Remember the 100,000 Chinese people in northern Italy who work for companies that the Chinese bought from Italian owners? Oh, these people are so full of shit. But anyway, moving on. Well, now Fusion Ken is selling the same story that China is stepping up and donating medical equipment to Italy. Is this the same story repackaged for Fusion? Has China actually announced a new effort where they'll actually donate the alleged donated equipment rather than selling it? I don't know, but I don't know, but I know that Fusion Ken and NBC News can't be relied upon to tell you the honest answers. And here's Ken Delanian. On Twitter saying, with Italy in dire need of medical equipment, an economic superpower stepped in to help. No, not the United States. It was China. As the U.S. struggles to stem the coronavirus, China positions itself as a global leader. Okay, so we have one other minor problem. Now, this is I can't fully say 100% that. Let me see this on here. Where is it? I had it here. Oh shoot! I got to start just bookmarking everything now so I don't lose it. There's a fascinating thing about that. And that is, let me see if I can find it. Oh, that's okay. I found my timeline. There we go. It's because I've already tweeted this. Apparently, here. Okay, I'll just tell you. So apparently, the European Union has been sending something like 58 tons, shipping 58 tons of equipment to China to help China. I gotta find this. I have to find this tweet. I thought I put my bookmarks, but maybe I didn't. Here, let's go here. Maybe I got it in my Twitter replies. And there was one tweet here that was it was in another language, and I bookmarked it because it had the translation. But basically, the translation said, so China took all these pictures of all this equipment that the European Union sent to China. For example, Chinese companies in Europe that either they're companies Chinese owns in Europe that were being sent to China, or even European companies that were sending equipment to China to help China. China went and took pictures of all that stuff and claimed it was donating it to the European Union, when in fact some of it they were selling back to the European Union, and some of it wasn't even headed to the European Union. It was going the other way. So I can't even read another stupid fluff story about what China's doing. I can't believe a single word of Chinese coronavirus numbers. I've heard actual estimates, because they still say, that they say they haven't had a single new case in China since they hit the 80,000 something mark, and so now the United States has more cases than China. Not a single new case. But then they amended that the other day, saying, oh, well, we do have some new cases, but all the new cases have been people who are traveling into China from somewhere else. No new how the hell? How is it that everywhere else in the world there are new cases? 193 countries now, I believe, and they don't have a single new case. I need a Jesse Lee Peterson. That's amazing. That was what I forgot to put on here. We got hashtag. We got all kinds of stuff. By the way, there's a whole bunch of people who've come in the room since wow, since I started. Straight Sith Mail, how you doing? Jaeger Pony, what's up? Cynical Lindsay, hello. Gunfox is already. Jen T, good morning. Check your logic. Holy smokes, whole bunch of people showed up. Let's see who else wasn't here earlier. Cameraman Jay, what's happened? Kevin Stillwell, Becca Farley, Grillin' Pirate Pete, all kinds of folks. So hey, if I missed your name, just shouting you out loud, I apologize, but I'm glad everyone's here. Hope you're enjoying the show so far. You know what? We're gonna go a little bit early today to the trends. I mean, I have a shit ton of stuff bookmarked. Well, here, let's go through my bookmark. Oh, I know. This is one I have to go to. I had all these in here. Oh, this is fascinating. I don't know if I showed you this before. By the way, the New York Times originally had this map here called the Wuhan coronavirus map. This is when it was early. Now, granted, I get that, you know, some of these things change, whatnot. But look, the Wuhan coronavirus map tracking the spread of an outbreak, but now they call it the coronavirus map. Now, granted, most of it was just in Wuhan, but look, that's spread all over China. Are you telling me China has it completely contained since this map on January 31st? Are you fucking kidding me? They're full of shit. Not a single new case since then. I'm not buying it. X'd it out. Anyway, let's see. Let's check a couple other bookmarks here real quick. We'll get into what the hell. Then we'll do the hashtag, and then we'll do the Twitter trends. So this is the stupid article by Ken Delanian and how they're treating it as though China is suddenly this great humanitarian country, whatnot. This one. So this Mark Fisher here, this guy Scottman here, the Washington Post. This is like what CNN did when they had this lady in Florida who retweeted some post that apparently they thought came from a Russian bot. Well, here's the Washington Post. Actually did an article. Scott McMillan, a 56-year-old lawyer, tweeted. This is the Washington Post. One of the big national newspapers decided to write this article. Listen to this one. Scott McMillan, a 56-year-old lawyer, tweeted that it's more vital to revive the economy than to save people who are not productive, like the elderly and infirm. So I called his parents. Now, this is one of those articles that I'm pretty confident that I'm not going to be able to read because 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ding! I'm not subscribed to the Washington Post, so I'm not going to. But I bet you, hey, I just thought of something. Let's take that headline. Let's see. Here, I'm going to do this. He urged, let's see if we can, no, I can't do it. Here, let's see. Here, let's do this. He urged saving the economy over protecting those. He urged to save the economy over protecting. Let's see if I can find an archive version of this article. There it is. There's that. Now there's got to be. Let's find an archive here. because I want to see this article. I never saw it. Okay, well here's Reddit. Here's a Reddit version. Maybe this will show up here. Oh, it's not even archives. But they look, this guy that they literally doxed the guy. This is some guy, rando, with 400 followers. And they doxed him. And wrote this article about him. Some rando with 400 people, 400 followers. Unbelievable. Now here's the story of the day. BuzzFeed News decided to tweet this out later in the afternoon yesterday. Medical professionals around the U.S. told us that the official numbers of coronavirus deaths are not consistent with what they are seeing on the front lines. Their article right here. Fucking BuzzFeed. The journalist at BuzzFeed are proud to bring you trustworthy... Okay, that's not it. Medical professionals around the U.S. told BuzzFeed News... Wait a minute. I wonder how many people they interviewed at BuzzFeed News for this story. That the official numbers of people who died of COVID-19 are not consistent with the numbers of deaths they're seeing on the front lines. In some cases, it's a lag in reporting caused by delays and possible breakdowns in logging positive tests and making them public. In other more troubling cases, medical experts told BuzzFeed News they think it's because people are not being tested before or after they die. In the U.S., state and county authorities are responsible for collecting data on cases of COVID-19, the disease caused by the novel coronavirus, and deaths. The data is then reported to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention. In California, one ER doctor who works in multiple hospitals in a hard-hit county told BuzzFeed News those medical records aren't being audited by anyone at the state and local level, and some people aren't even testing those people who are dead. We just don't know. The numbers are grossly unreported. I know for a fact that we've had 3 deaths in one county where only one is listed on the website, the doctor said. Now, what do you think the real purpose of that headline is? Because here's the other one. Here it is. The numbers are grossly unreported. I know for a fact that we've had 3 deaths in one county where only one is listed on the website, one California ER doctor says. What do you think the purpose of this article is? Do you think the purpose is that they care whether or not we get accurate numbers or well, I'll tell you what the purpose is, because you can tell by some of the replies to this tweet. I'm confident that there's a purpose. This is a narrative. I'm confident that should I die from the virus, the current administration will list the cause of death as complications from a late-term abortion. Interesting. How does the administration have power over who reports what numbers? The state reports the numbers to the Center for Disease Control. I would imagine if the Center for Disease Control would ever change the numbers that reported to by the state, there would be a real loud uproar. But that's not even the case here. This is a case where the numbers being reported by the state are what are being reported. If someone is in poor health with kidney failure, diabetes, hypertension, and then gets the virus, it's the former that killed them, with the latter just being contributory. They do the same thing with the flu. Ding! Yeah, I stabbed him, but he also has kidney... Oh, no. Holy shit. Now this guy... Revisionist history at its most effective point, the start. There won't be records for historians who later want to unearth the truth. This is the world according to Trump. It's a new world out there. Stay well. If you die, there may be no historical record of the event because of Donald Trump. This is Trump's fault. Have any of you met my new friend from China? Ho Lee Fuck. Was that racist? I hope not. Wait, never mind. I'm black. I can't be racist. Never mind. All right. It's just, and then anecdotes galore. It's anecdotes galore. No data. All right, let's get the hell off of it. I could go for, I have so, well, actually, that's the end of my bookmarks. Okay, I got to everything I wanted to today. Let's get into the hashtag now, at PDK News. If you ever want to send me stories, yes, Gunfox, I know you blew up my email today too. I'm probably not going to get to the email today. All right, let's see. We already did, thieves at Piggly Wiggly on East Lincoln attempted a Mission Impossible style break-in, cutting holes in the roof to gain entry. Okay, that's interesting. Let's check it. Thieves try Mission Impossible burglary at a Piggly Wiggly. If you're not sure what a Piggly Wiggly is, it's a grocery store in different parts of the country. Thieves at the Piggly Wiggly on East Lincoln attempted a Mission Impossible style break-in, cutting a hole in the roof to gain entry from above. However, police say that despite the work put into cutting several holes in the roof of the business, the thief or thieves did not gain entrance. Instead, the holes they left behind in the ceiling of the store caused flood damage. They came into the store in the morning and found water pouring through the roof in several places. Police report reads, noting that there were 2 holes found cut in the roof. Water had leaked onto merchandise in several areas, causing damage. So, okay, so maybe they decided that they were afraid to rappel down from the holes they cut in the roof. Who knows? Let's see what else we got here. Wildlife officials unsure if stay-at-home orders will impact mountain lions. What? What? Oh, now I need one of those. Who's the guy that says what? He was the YouTuber gamer guy, kind of a goofy dude. What? Anyway. Oh, okay. If stay-at-home orders will impact mountain lion behavior. Oh boy, I hope it doesn't cause the mountain lions to go crazy. Recent mountain lion sightings in Boulder have residents wondering if stay-at-home orders will cause the animals to move into more populated areas. Oh, I see what they're saying. Boulder police confirm they've received 4 calls over the 2 days of people reportedly seeing or hearing multiple mountain lions. Most were during daylight hours. The Fox 31 problem solvers asked Jason Clay with Colorado. What? Stop that shit. Oh, I see. Asked Jason Clay with Colorado Parks and Wildlife if more mountain lions are moving into residential areas as more people are John, thank you. People are staying at home. It's a little hard to make inferences at this point as we get down the road a little bit, and maybe you can combine observations and come to a bit of a conclusion, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, mountain lions generally probably aren't into the activity, the vehicles and people. Well, maybe people, but maybe that's what keeps them away from suburban residential areas. Who knows? That would suck though if all of a sudden you finally get out of your house from the corona apocalypse, and all of a sudden you're being chased by a mountain lion, because you're not going to win against a mountain lion. Remember PG&E's $4 million fine for manslaughter. The company is deducting it from payment to victims. What? Oh, okay. I'm going to skip that one for now. Woman rides the charging bull statue in New York naked. Oh! Of course, this is the New York Post. We have to. Nude woman ignores coronavirus warnings to straddle the charging bull. Where are her gloves? This blonde bombshell straddled the charging bull statue in the nude Thursday, brazenly ignoring coronavirus protection measures. Well, I don't know if people have been putting their old coronavirus all up there on the neck of that bull, but I would definitely want some sanitary wipes before I touch it there now. When she eyed a post photographer, the bull rider took off with a pal who'd been snapping iPhone photos. The unsanitary stunt, I had to be very careful when I said that. The unsanitary stunt came as U.S. stocks rallied for the third straight day, with the Dow finishing up 1,352 points. Yeah, the stock market has been rallying the last few days. Holy shit. I didn't need to see that. Okay, and moving on. Oh, you dirty bitch. Okay, New York. Oh, no. New York warns against rim jobs. I'm sorry, I have to read it. I cannot help but read this next one. Another New York Post delight. New York City declares war on rim jobs in graphic health department memo. By the way, good morning, irate prostate. I'm glad to see you here. And John Connor came in the room too. Welcome, sir. Okay. New York City's Department of Health is bending over backwards. No pun intended. Oh, wait. That doesn't need that. That needs one of these. I always forget which one it is. And it didn't work. Oh. I think it... Okay. There we go. The New York Department of Health is bending over backwards to warn the public about a new threat: rim jobs. The city health agency issued graphic guidelines for safe sex practices during the coronavirus pandemic Saturday, and while many were quick to take jabs at the agency for labeling masturbation safer than sex with a partner, most missed the backdoor rim shot. Yes, the city specifically called out rimming, or using the tongue on the anal rim of another person for sexual hang on. What? Oh, for sexual pleasure. As particularly dangerous in a dropping section of the public safety alert. Rimming, mouth on anus, might spread COVID-19 virus in feces may enter your mouth. The city warned in a section titled, "Take care during sex." Eagle-eyed Twitter users naturally had a field day with the bizarre bullet point, whipping it into the butt of jokes online. The New York Health Department has a document about sex and coronavirus that includes a statement about rimming. One person wrote, "Stay at least 6 feet from the other people and be sure not to lick anyone's anus." Hey, Larry. Day 13 of the quarantine, my parents read the New York City coronavirus sex guidelines that are now discussing rimming at the dinner table. Need evacuation ASAP. Oh my God. So make sure that you don't stick your tongue up someone's ass and line at the bank. Okay, let's get into the trends. Just a couple other ones. Bishop says Catholics can eat meat during Lent because we are sacrificing enough for coronavirus. Hey, Bishop, I need to get into that church. Okay, that's funny. Breaking overnight, White House Senate reached a deal on the $2 trillion stimulus package. We got into that one yesterday. Thank you, Pencalo. History Lovers Club. Ellen Church, circa 1930. In 1930, Church became the first airline stewardess after convincing Boeing Air Transport that a president of women nurses would help relieve passengers' fear of flying. Well, that's the least of my fears of flying right now. Thank you, Jedi Ghost Bear. And Trump says wash hand. Okay, that's gotta be fake. That's hilarious, though. Here's the meme of the day. Trump says, wash your hands. Arizona man drowns after Trump advises America to wash their hands often. Oh my gosh, yes, Pete, I am retweeting that right now. Okay, let's get into the trends for the day and then get the hell out of Dodge. Of course, coronavirus is on the header, as it should be. I hate it when they have promo shit up on the header today. I want the coronavirus header. I want the updates. I want to know what the hell's going on. Let's click it, people. Oh, it's taking a little time here. Maybe it's my oh no, I just didn't click it right. The total number of global cases has surpassed 530,000, including more than 24,000 fatalities. Over 122,000 patients are reported to have recovered. Get the latest updates from around the world. Now, note, this number is going to keep going up exponentially, probably both in the number of cases and the number of fatalities and recovered, because more people are getting tested around the world, all over the place. I mean, you got to figure, we did 400,000 tests in the last 9 days. I don't know, it's probably more than that now because it's averaging 50,000 a day. So, and about 10% of the tests in the United States come up positive that people have it, because they're trying to only test people who are either have symptoms or have had direct contact. And so, but you're going to see that number keep rising. The bigger number that you need to watch is the number of deaths compared to that number that there are actual cases, and compared to the number of patients who have recovered. So right now, UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson has tested positive for coronavirus. The United States now has the most confirmed cases of any country. We're the third largest population in the world, and we've tested more people than anybody. That's probably a part of the thing. Now, and here's even a bigger factor. China's not testing anybody anymore. And if they are, we don't know what their numbers are for real. They say there's no new cases other than people who've traveled to China. Who the fuck's traveling to China right now, first of all? And I doubt if they brought the coronavirus with them. All right, Spain crosses the 4,800 death mark. China to bar entry to most foreigners. Whatever. India announces $22 billion relief package. Isn't that weird? The one we're talking about is $2 trillion. And we still have about less than half the population of India. That's weird. It's just weird. I'm just thinking how the scale on that goes. Anyway, South Africa enters military patrolled lockdown, and then there's more information. You can go through those threads yourself. Now 42 of Africa's 54 countries now have reported cases. The one thing too in India, it's interesting. They only have about just under 1,000 cases. And people are like, well, how did India stem this tide? Well, remember, if you've been watching the news, they've been saying that it doesn't spread as readily in warm, humid climates. So I went and looked at what's the average temperature across India yesterday was 80 degrees, and the average humidity across India yesterday was 79%. So maybe that's a big part of why you're not necessarily seeing the spread as much in India. So, all right, moving on. All right, so that's the Corona tab. Let's get into the actual Twitter trends. I'm going to click the show more here, and we'll get right into it. Corona lockdown is trending number one, and it's trending with Boris Johnson, who is tested positive. Since everyone is on Corona lockdown at the moment, I thought I would surprise a few people. I'm giving two people that retweets this a free Animal Crossing Nintendo Switch bundle. Must be following me for a DM. I wish everyone good luck. Hey, I'll tell you what, if you're interested in following whoever this is and retweeting it, I'm going to pop that in the chat for you. You can right-click that and go ahead and enter that possibility. Moving on, Mark Jordan says, devise this to give us some variety throughout the day. Corona lockdown. If you can't see that, I'll make it a little bigger here. Yes, there you go. This is for a little variety. Read a book, exercise, clean the house. No! Oh, hooray! It landed on beer. That's awesome. That is awesome. All right. Let's see here. And then one more Corona lockdown. Earth seems like enjoying a vacation since all humans are on lockdown. Corona lockdown. Okay. Earth ozone layer is healing, bringing some good news on global wind movement. You know what? I hate to break this to you. The ozone layer has been healing for a long time. It's been... let's not even get into that. Oh, don't want to see what that was. Okay, moving on. Trending number 2 on Twitter right now is Friday Thoughts. Yes! And apparently we're not going to be seeing any Friday Thoughts, but you know how that goes. Friday Thoughts, top Friday thought of the day on my list. The smell around my human changed. Something was off. So I flopped down on him, pinned him, and slowly his smell changed back. We can smell stress in our humans, and there's more of it. But we will keep up the hugs. It's our job. Okay. Oh, nice puppy. Yes, dogs just can be stress relievers, although one of my dogs is so skittish that she creates more stress sometimes than other. Oh, yay! Voice of Reason. This is another TDS person that's on, I see a lot on Twitter. Dear MAGAs, I warned you about this guy long before the elections, and I was attacked relentlessly. I told you that he is a sex predator, liar, tax cheat, racist, bigot, groper, misogynist, and traitor, and yet you still voted for him. Friday Thoughts. Aren't you special? I'm gonna bookmark that. I might reply to this asshat later date. I'm not even a MAGA person. I didn't vote for the president. I didn't vote for that other, you know, her. And I'm not with her. Don't even think about that. But you know what? I'm pretty confident I'm going to be voting for the president this time. And I don't just mean for president, this president. Just, I'm feeling it. I'm you know, unless something really weird happens, I don't know. He's a jackass, but he's our jackass, and he's the right jackass for the time. So there. Friends, take a moment to give thanks to a farmer for the food on your table and the trucker who got it there. We can't live without you. Thank you. Friday Thoughts. That's a much better Friday thought, and I'm going to leave it at that. Let's move on. Massey's trending number 3. Lawmakers scramble to make it back to D.C. Wait, what? Okay. Oh, Massey is a Republican. Okay. Lawmakers scramble back to D.C. over possible coronavirus relief bill today. Breaking news, Congressman Massey has tested positive for being an asshole. Oh, this is... John Kerry wrote this? Okay, let's see. Donald Trump trended here. Looks like a third-rate grandstander named Thomas Massey, a congressman from, unfortunately, a truly great state, Kentucky, wants to vote against the new Save Our Workers bill in Congress. He just wants the publicity, can't stop it. Only delay, which is both dangerous and costly. Workers and small business need money now in order to survive. Virus wasn't their fault. It is hell dealing with the Dems. Had to give up some stupid things in order to get the big picture done. 90% great, win back the House, but throw Massey out of the Republican Party. Damn! Damn! The president is getting a little... He's getting a little salty there. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Now this asshole, of course, Dino Obadiah. Trump wanted to make America first. Well, he did it. Out of the 175 countries that have coronavirus, U.S. is number 1 in terms of cases thanks to Trump. Failed leadership. This is all Trump. No, we've detected more of our cases, you asswipe. This has nothing to do with Massey. Back to Thomas Massey. John Kerry, shots fired, breaking news. Oh, he took it off there. It showed up, but it moved anyway. John Kerry, breaking news. Thomas Massey is an asshole, he wrote. Massey is also voted also voted against holding China accountable for its actions against the democratic protesters in Hong Kong and said it's wrong for America to use its economy to bully China into not committing genocide. This is John Kerry. Damn, man. John Kerry said Congressman Massey has tested positive for being an asshole. He must be quarantined to prevent the spread of his massive stupidity. God damn. Oh, why is Thomas Massey a complete asshole? People are dying. Delaying a vote out of vanity and a need for attention is a complete dick move. Shame on this little nitwit. I mean, Trump's after him, Kerry's after him. It's going to pass regardless. No one would blame Massey, and he could dissent without denying unanimous consent. It's pointless. It makes us look bad. His guy's saying a shitty bill. But let's see. Who's this? Scott Huffman for Congress. We have a Republican congressman who may hold up passing the Senate. You know what? AOC threatened to do this shit too, though. I'm going to guess it's not just him. My guess is when he said he's going to do this, the media jumped all over it, but did they jump all over AOC saying the same damn thing? He just gave cover to the idiots on the other side who were going to do the same thing. But I say FTG, I don't care. Look, if I was in Congress, I'd be wanting to look at that a lot closer than it is. Anyway, moving on. Friday Motivation, we'll skip that. Hoda's trending. A lot of things are contagious, including generosity. Hoda breaks down interviewing Drew Brees. Okay, what happened here? Apparently she was... Okay, she's... Aw, let's see what happened to Hoda.
I think a lot of things are contagious, including generosity. So our hope is that because, you let us know that you made this big, generous donation, I think other people look and say, hey, maybe I can help out too. Drew, we love you.
Love you too, Hoda.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, a lot more.
Aw, Hoda got verklempt.
Sorry.
Aw. So apparently Drew Brees, what did Drew Brees do? I don't know what he did, but he made some donation to something, and Hoda was touched. Okay. Hoda Cobb started crying at the end of an interview with Drew Brees about how bad it is in New Orleans. Very positive interview, but I think the moment took her. It was so genuine and sweet. Lots of folks feel the same way. Aww. There you go. All right, let's move on. That's why Hoda's trending. Kicking it. Kick It First Win. Okay, that's a K-pop thing. I'm going to skip K-pop today. Just can't do it. Blessed to Have Jackson. That's a K-pop thing. Happy birthday, Jackson. I'm skipping that. Bob Dylan is trending. Bob Dylan released a 17-minute epic about the assassination of John F. Kennedy. Wow. What? If you had Bob Dylan releasing a graphic 17-minute track about the Kennedy assassination tonight in the office pool, congratulations, you win $2 trillion. He released his first track in 8 years, a 17-minute song about the assassination of U.S. President John F. Kennedy. Okay, that's why Bob Dylan's trending. I'm not going to even go. I may listen to it later just out of curiosity. Thomas Massey's also trending still. Jeezy's trending, hip hop and rap. Did Jeezy put out some new stuff? No. Jeezy, not for kids who listen to Lil Uzi. Lol, you gonna be certain type of nigga to understand that. Jeezy. For whatever reason, young Jeezy is trending and I don't care. Doug is trending. Oh, I bet whatever Brockers is. Can't believe folk really saying 42 Doug. Grace. Okay, I have no idea. Okay, another album, whatever. Somebody Brockers Sports, Michael Brockers, whoever that is. Brockers savage for this one. What did he say? Lord, you work in mysterious ways, but I will never doubt or question your plans. Sorry, Ravens, but I'm going back to Cali. Okay. He's going to the Rams, apparently. Don't care. I mean, I care, but I don't care, really. There's more important things in the world. Today is Friday. Yes, it is. We'll skip that. Representative Haley Stevens is trending. A raucous scene on the floor. Representative Haley Stevens, a typically mild-mannered freshman from Michigan, goes over her allotted time, and the presiding officer tells her time's up, bangs his gavel, and she continues to shout her speech as members were loudly telling her to stop. Haley Stevens is having a breakdown on the House floor. For God's sake, someone get her to calm down. She's got a history of it, though. I wonder if there's any video. Oh, here we go. Here's the video.
I request 30 more seconds because I rise before you adorning these.
The gentleman from Maryland is recognized.
Not for personal tension, but to encourage you to take.
Gentlemen,
gentlelady, I'm going to give you more time. Right to the families.
Gentlelady will suspend. The gentleman from Maryland is recognized. The gentlelady is out of order.
I yield the gentlelady 30 additional seconds.
The gentlewoman is recognized for an additional 30 seconds.
Cause of their servitude, sharing in the profession with those who have not come before you. Similar times of trying medical need, wars and flus past. You will see darkness, you will be pushed, and our society needs you. To stand together at this time, our country loves you. To our doctors and our nurses, I wear these laces.
The gentlelady's time has expired. The gentleman from Maryland is reserved. The gentleman from Texas is recognized. The gentleman from Texas is now recognized.
Okay, now that's fascinating. I think she's a Democrat from Michigan, and even the the Democrat who has the gavel is trying to get her stopped. So she had a little thing going there. Howard Dean is trending. Oh my God. Yeah! And by the way, the reason Governor Howard Dean tries to discredit The Intercept is our reporters have spent years investigating how he profiteers off his DC access and political celebrity, taking cash from everyone from the healthcare industry to Iranian cults. Okay. Howard Dean says he's not a lobbyist, but he sure acts like one. Now, I'm not sure if that's why he's trending, but let's keep scrolling. Here we go. Howard Dean, this story may or may not be true, but it's from The Intercept. Wait a minute. Oh my God. What is the article? Okay, Joe Biden faces sexual assault allegations from a former staffer. Doesn't sound, if you've listened to this story, it don't sound good for Joe Biden. But because, hey, me too, right? Believe her. I believe women. Unless it's a Democrat politician. But all the Bernie people are surely excited about this story. I've been listening, like if you listen to Jimmy Dore yesterday, he had a video out about this, and he just like, he's convinced it's true, and it may well or may, I don't know. He said, she said from many years ago, but she's told people about this in the past. Not the entire story, but anyway. So now it's funny because this is a Yahoo article, but Howard Dean is, this story may or may not be true, but it's from The Intercept, which one is often not credible. Two was started by Glenn Greenwald, now who helped Assange and Putin undermine the 2016 elections. Oh my God, they will not give up on this Russia bullshit. It's their fucking go-to excuse for everything. I'm waiting for the person who said Donald Trump didn't act soon enough on the coronavirus because of Russia. Russia told him not to because Russia wanted to see dead Americans. I'm just waiting for that story to come out on some major newspaper. But anyway, I tend to believe victims, but skeptical about sources like this. They are the fox of the left. Yeah, Dean's mad because they wrote a story about him a while back. Anyway, I tend to believe victims, but Governor Howard Dean, that's all you need to know. Howard Dean is a sleazy DNC partisan who's taken $1 million from the insurance industry. Like, lies like this by people like this demonstrate how reliable and important The Intercept and Glenn Greenwald also. Some people out Glenn Greenwald are. So there's some people here defending The Intercept and Glenn Greenwald. Maybe Howard Dean can go sacrifice his boomer ass for the economy. Oh my God. But don't give it a rim job because the New York City Department of Health says don't do that. Okay. That's why he's trending. He's having a fight with The Intercept publicly, and I'm not sure who's winning that fight. I'm not going to do any more with that right now. Finally, Haley Stevens, that's the representative who's screaming on the House floor. Kirk Herbstreit, he is the guy from the NFL. Let's see, Kirk Herbstreit. I'll be shocked if we have NFL football this fall. If we have college football, I'll be surprised as that happens. That's, you know what? That would be very sad if we had no college football or NFL football, but you just never know. Kirk, he says football in fall should be postponed due to COVID-19. Well, yeah, because the colleges can't do their spring practices right now. The NFL, I don't know what they do as far as summer training, but I mean, their camps start in July. I don't know. I guess we'll see. You know, I'm sure we'd much rather have people alive than necessarily have football, but boy, I don't know. I've been watching reruns of stuff. Like when I turn on ESPN, it's like I watch reruns of games, and like I said the other day, the ESPN2 turned itself to the ESPN8, the Ocho, and it had some really quirky stuff on. It was hilarious to watch. It drove my wife nuts though, because she's like, "Are we gonna watch this? Oh, what is this? Are we gonna watch this?" They even did some Aussie rules football. Richo. Some old Aussie rules football. Anyway, did I miss the memo where Kirk Herbstreit suddenly became a doctor? Get this garbage speculation off my timeline. I don't disagree with that necessarily either. Okay. ESPN's Kirk Herbstreit isn't very optimistic that we'll see college football or the NFL this year. We'll find out, I guess. All right. Anyway, finally, on the Twitter trends today, we got a couple more. Josh Primo, whoever the hell that is. Let's see. Josh Primo is committed to Alabama. He's a highly recruited 5-star basketball star, and he's going to go to the University of Alabama. That's interesting. Don't think of Alabama as a huge basketball school. Moving on, Waxahachie. Sounds like something in Louisiana. Nope. Thank God for new Waxahachie. It sounds like something else too. New tracks review. Okay, so that's just new music by somebody named Waxahachie. Well, this lady seems to be happy about that. Is that her? This is the person just clapping for Waxahachie. So there you go. You're out of here. All right. D.I. Freighter, thanks for stopping by. Thank you so much. And finally, let's see. What's last on the trends here? It's Friday. All right. That's got to be it for today. Although, let me take a quick peek. I know I shouldn't do this because I always end up being late for where I'm supposed to be. But I'm gonna take just a quick peek at the email. Gunfox, if you're still here, I'm gonna pick out one story, and we're gonna do it because you've been so prolific. Oh my God! Oh my. Okay. Oh, I see. You gave me the New York Times update. Oh my goodness, God gracious. Oh, what will it ever do? Coronavirus. Who will pay my wages if I can't work? Okay, let's try this one. We'll take it. And there's 5 in this one. My God, dude, that's amazing. Oh my God, BBC. This is just a quick article to piss me off. Coronavirus travel. China bars foreign visitors as imported cases rise. Y'all some lying motherfuckers. China has announced a temporary ban on all foreign visitors, even if they have visas or residence permits. The country is also limiting Chinese and foreign airlines to 1 flight per week, and flights must not be more than 75% full. Although China reported its first locally transmitted coronavirus case for 3 days on Friday. I don't believe you. Oh, cool. Okay. Everyone look at what I Eat Prostate's talking about. Is that going to be on Sunday, I Eat Prostate? You're going to have Undoomed on your show? That's cool. I Eat Prostate does interviews with various YouTubers on Sundays, usually at 4 p.m. Eastern. No, 4 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central, something like that. This week it's Undoomed. Cool, that's good to know. You know what? I don't believe China at all. I don't believe them. I think they're full of shit, and I just don't. As it's growing everywhere in the world, and they've all of a sudden their cases just stopped at 80,000 whatever. You got to be kidding me. Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, all right, people. I do got a couple notifications. Thank you, Aileen, for tweeting out the show, and all the other people who did. Also, welcome to Shygon, a new subscriber, and thank you, all of you people in the chat and viewers of the Morning Night Live. As you know, we're here Monday through Friday, 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central, 2 p.m. GMT for people in other parts of the world who use GMT. I don't, but you do. And before you go, please make sure to hit the like button on the way out. Hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed, and ring the bell just in case you want to get notifications. You can also follow me right down there, PDawg Night, at PDawg Night, at Twitter, Minds, and Gab. And if you ever want to donate to the show, donate to, if you're entertained, throw something in the tip jar once in a while at the PDawgNight.live link right below. And you can do your super chats using that exact same link. And we'll read whatever you do on the air on future shows. And last note, if you're watching a replay, please leave a comment in the comment section, and so that I can know that I know that you were here. I'd like to know when people watch the show and they're not in the chat. So do that too. Anyway, that's it for today. I gotta go. I'm gonna hit the right button this time, and we're gonna say well, you'll see the right thing. My name's PDawg Night, and I'm out of here. Have a great day. Hey, this is PDawg Night, and thank you for watching today on the PDawg Night channel. If you have an observation or remark you'd like to make about this video or my channel, I absolutely welcome you to write it in the comment section down below. I really look forward to hearing from you. And before you go, if you like what you saw but you're not already subscribed, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and definitely click that bell that pops up afterward so you'll be notified when I post new videos or when we go live. I broadcast my live show, The Morning Night Live, Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 o'clock Central. A special thank you to all supporters of this channel who share our videos on social media and who make donations through the Streamlabs link, which is also in the description down below. Thanks again, and until next time, I'm PDawg Night, and I'm out of here.